You told her sorry. That's better, okay? Hmm. Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Adi Banjo Faith, and in today's video I'll be talking about what to do when your child consistently hits. Okay, when your child keeps hitting and beating and hitting and beating, what should you do? So this is a very common thing among toddlers. Like everywhere I go, every toddler I know has done it since I was little, and even right now that I have my own children and I'm meeting other people's children, it is just rampant. Now the method I knew growing up is that in fact, mommy, hi, if you're watching this video, but my mom, she would not allow you hit her. Like really, she would hit you back if you beat her. Like it is not just permitted. Why would it was an abomination? Which really is, you cannot hit an adult. So that's the method I knew growing up. And I mean, I feel like it's a natural response. When a child hits you, you want to like hit that child's hand back so that the child knows it is not supposed to be. But now I have learned, and I'm looking at it, that I think there's a better way. So I'll say that there's no need to hit back really, because let's look at it logically. If you're telling a child not to do something by doing that thing, are you teaching the child by example or by just saying? Okay, and remember, it is a common philosophy, not even for children, that we preach what we do, not just what we say, right? So if you are teaching a child not to hit, not to beat, then why are you beating? Okay, so if I am a child and I hit you and you hit me back and say no hitting, and I'm like, but you just hit me, who knows, maybe that's how these children even think sometimes, because you see there's one marvelous child I met recently. That child will continue, she will cry but she will continue, especially to her own peer. So I'll say no hitting. What should you do instead? Right, so if a child hits you, the first thing I would suggest you do is to hold the hands of this child. Hold that hand that he's using to beat you to stop the action. So this would help the child to know that this is not acceptable. So it's not like you're just talking but the child's hands are still free and the child keeps doing it, and it's like you're playing and the child is even laughing. You know, there are situations like that. Hold the hands of this child. Look at the child in the eyes. Make sure the child has eye contact with you. Then you are sure he or she is listening, and then you say no hitting. Yes, that can be difficult to achieve, because as soon as you grab the hand of that child, the child starts to wail, can even fall on the floor, become indominant in all of those drama. But just communicate. No hitting, please. No hitting, no hitting. So you just hold that child's hand. The one that I experienced recently, the latest one, I held her hand for like a minute because she was going to continue if I had let the hand go. I had that time anyways, and I mean, we have to have that time really. So I held that hand until she was begging for mercy. Okay, let's not just be begging for mercy. Until she was actually struggling to be free, because of course no child likes to be held down. But I held that hand, the two hands of the child actually, and said no hitting. Are you still hitting me? Okay, you're not hitting me, right? Okay, no hitting, no hitting. And she was like, and she let go. Back to our point. So that's number one step. Secondly, model to the child what he or she should do instead, right? So if a child is like hitting, and you have told the child no hitting, I feel like just shortly after that, especially when the child is calm and can listen, you hold the hand of the child and demonstrate what the child should do instead. So maybe the child is even trying to call your attention or just being naughty, whatever that child is doing. Just tell the child no hitting, this is what you should do. Rub, okay? Rub. This is what I've done. It looks like a very foolish concept actually, because I'm like, why are you teaching a child to rub instead of hitting? But really, there has to be something to replace that thing the child is doing. So rather than this baby hitting me, I would rather that I just teach a child, please rub. And mind you, it has worked for my girls. I am applying that currently with my second daughter, and truth be told, now thinking back, it's been long. Like it's been a few days that hitting, in fact more than a week now that I've experienced hitting, okay, except with her sister, and I think it has reduced it. So we're actually currently working on that. I would, if I haven't played it yet, upload a clip that shows that. So,
Oluwalonimi, I've asked you. You don't beat. See, no beating. No beating. This is how you touch your sister. Come. You touch like this. Oh yeah, show me. Like this. Yes. No beating, okay? Is that okay? Good. Thank you. You told her sorry. That's better, okay?
so the child is modeling. You're modeling to the child. Okay, rub instead. Rub, rub, rub. Don't hit, rub. This is how to touch mommy. This is how to touch daddy. Instead of hitting, just touch me like this. Okay, now do it. Now touch mommy. Good. So you remind. The child will do it again every single time. Please be consistent. Hold the hand of the child. Look at that child. Tell the child this is not acceptable. No hitting, please. With no anger in your voice, of course. Not screaming. Just communicate. I'm sorry, the natural breeze is disturbing, but I hope this video is still audible enough. And then you model. So every single time, before you know it, when the child hits you mistakenly or intentionally, and you give that look of, the child will just automatically start to rub, like, okay, rub, rub, rub. I have noticed that that's what children do. Number 3, it could be that that child wants to communicate something to you. I know us these days, including myself. I'm always pressing my phone because I want to create content. I want to meet up with backlogs of work at home, maybe check the mail that I've at school rather, check a mail that has come in, and a lot of things that we need to do, or even scrolling social media. And the children, they need our attention. So sometimes they need attention, and that's why the only way they can get our attention is to do that thing that you see they should not do. Really, if you look at it, if a child is all obedient, all calm, we might forget that child there. It's just how it is. But if the child is naughty, you will face the child because you will be angry, and that is the attention they need. So sometimes just give that child attention and let's know what the child needs. And number 4, teach the child to communicate exactly what he or she wants. So if for instance the child has not learned how to communicate his or her needs, the child would be crying or throwing tantrums. If you have not seen my video of how to teach your child sign language, it is very I'll just leave the link somewhere and you can just check it out. Please teach the child how to communicate basic needs. So if it's a child who is not verbal yet, there are signs that you can just teach the child, and to help that child to reduce his or her tantrum, and of course the hitting part. I hope these tips have been of great help. If there is anything that I seem to have left out, please let us know in the comment section below. And if there's any other tip you feel is not working for you or has worked, or whatever, any question, please do well to put it in the comment section below. I know this is a common thing, so I'm expecting the comment section to be bustling. Thank you so much if you stayed to the end of this video. Do well to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you to those who have subscribed, because I release parenting videos every single week that will definitely be of help to you. Thank you once again, and see you in my next video. Bye.